come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
As Cheyenne's weather turns warmer, dust and pollen can become a problem for those with allergies, asthma, or respiratory issues. And the last thing you want in the summer heat is poor air quality in your home or office. So it's time to turn to Marv's Plumbing and Heating. That's right, Cheyenne's most trusted plumbing, sewer, and heating business also services air conditioning. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, can handle all your air conditioning needs. Give them a call, 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
It is a Tuesday afternoon, Wyoming Sports Talk Today. What an absolutely great day. I'm sure you're loving it, Nick. Reminding you somewhat of maybe early June in Vegas, where it's 90-plus degrees.
Early part of June in Vegas is about 120, so again, this is nowhere near.
All right,
it's
so
been there,
it's
but
April.
What our highs today are usually the lows out in Vegas, so it's a start.
It's all right. We can live with it out here. All right, today's program being brought to you by Taco John's, where on Tuesday it is Taco Tuesdays at Taco John's of Cheyenne. Don't forget all the other goodies they have for you there, too, including their loaded potato olays. We also want to thank Johnny Rogers RV Sales and Service on Highway 30, Chick-fil-A at the corner of Windmill and Del Range right across from Menards. Remember, in addition to all the great lunches and dinners, you can always have breakfast 6 days a week, and they have 2 convenient drive-thrus at Chick-fil-A of Cheyenne. Kia of Cheyenne over on Nation Way, where they got a great lineup of Kias for you right now. Take a test drive, then take one home after you do all the paperwork. Pipe Valley Bank, 2 banking locations over on Banda High and at the corner of College and Pershing. Medicap Pharmacy, same location as always on Bluegrass Circle next to Texas Roadhouse. Lennox Auto Body ×2. The main repair center, Dunn Avenue. Heather and her great staff also has the Auto Glass and Detail Center for you on Pershing Boulevard. The Key People of Cheyenne, make sure you're giving Rachel a call. She is the front person for the Key People, 414-0074. Then the Key People come on by Clint so you don't have to. First Year Bank is located at 1508 Stillwater Avenue, right across from Mondello's Pizzeria at 1507 Stillwater Avenue. Sweet D in the Greenway Commons. Again, delicious pizza 7 days a week, amongst other goodies. And First Year Bank right across the street. Remember, see them about their great CD rates going on right now. The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council, part of our broadcast. Give them a call, 635-4592. Marv's Plumbing and Heating at 1515 Logan Avenue, Linkaway Liquor. You definitely want to grab a cold one for the ride home this evening and then pop it open when you get home at 2825 East Linkaway. That's the home of Linkaway Liquor. And, of course, if you want something really cool right now, you want to go to the refrigerator and grab one of those delicious Pepsis that you bought at the store, because Pepsi of Cheyenne sponsors our Pepsi scoreboard. So let's go to the scoreboard. Here's Nick.
Well, in softball action, there were games earlier today, but unfortunately do not have scores to pass along. Hopefully we will here shortly. But Cheyenne Extreme were in action down in Denver, Colorado. First game today, they were taking on the Extreme out of Oklahoma. And game number 2 at about 10 a.m. today, at least what was listed, they were taking on the E1 Prospects Juarez out of Corona, California. So hopefully we'll pass along scores from those 2 contests earlier today with the Cheyenne Extreme. Cheyenne Post 6 in action later today at 6 o'clock. They will be over at Powers Field taking on the Greeley Go-Joes. And then in college baseball action, guess what? It was rained out yesterday out in Omaha, Nebraska. So game 1 will actually be happening tonight on ESPN at 6 o'clock between Oregon State and Arkansas. So that's what's happening on the local and college baseball route around the nation.
Major League Baseball, and they had an altercation at the end of the ball game, but it was the Tampa Bay Rays blanking the Nats today 1-0 at the Trop as Scherzer absorbs the loss. That's a tough 1-0 loss. 10-4 in the season. He has a 2.04 ERA. Games that'll get underway when we drop off the air. It will be the M's at the Orioles, Yanks and the Phils. It will be the Angels and the Bo Sox at Fenway. Athletics and the Tigers will hook up again at Comerica. Pirates and the Mets at Citi Field, again day-to-day for one young Brendan Nimmo. It's the Diamondbacks and the Marlins at Marlins Park. 5:30 game, we'll have the Reds at the Braves. 6 o'clock game, Padres at the Rangers. Twins will visit the White Sox. Royals will be at the Brewers. Blue Jays and the Astros at Minute Maid. 6:15 has the Indians at the Cardinals. 8 o'clock games. Late games on the left coast, Cubs and the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine. 8:15 start for the Rocks and the Giants at AT&T. Oh, it's going to be a long night tonight. That's all right. Anytime you get a chance to watch the Giants and the Rockies, I can't complain. On the Hill, Chad Bettis for the Rockheads. Derek Holland will toe the rubber for San Francisco this evening. Our scoreboard brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
Hi, I'm Alex White, tea master at Pure Leaf. When I make tea, everything I know goes into it. You can't be impatient. When I craft Pure Leaf iced tea, I don't take shortcuts, because I want you to have the same amazing taste of iced tea that I do. So I start with fresh picked tea leaves. Then, after they're delicately dried, I blend and brew them at a lower temperature to draw out their unique aromas. And then I taste and fine-tune the blend for a delicious smooth iced tea. I'd love to have you take a sip right now, but that's one thing we can't do over the radio. But you can experience the same delicious taste of Pure Leaf iced tea anywhere you are. I'm Alex White, Pure Leaf Tea Master. Pure Leaf, our thing is tea.
Fat, lazy, and stupid is no way to conduct a sports talk radio show. We've thrown down the gauntlet, upped the stakes, and made it clear that when it comes to sports talk radio in Cheyenne, there's a new player in town. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We welcome you to Wyoming Sports Talk Today. Telephone number 307-514-1071. I know we didn't get a chance to do this yesterday. Next, we're going to do it right out of the box for you today.
What?
Remind everybody on the social media side what's going on here.
Well, people sure already know. If you don't,
well,
I mean, it's a pretty damn
we
shame.
got new people joining the show, so you can't just
That's true.
expect everybody to know what's going on.
I'd like to believe that. Anyways, though, if you are joining the show, thank you all who have found us here on Wyoming Sports Talk Today, where you can find us on Facebook by simply searching just that, Wyoming Sports Talk Today. It's facebook.com/WYO Sports Talk, WYO Sports Talk. Also, too, I'm representing the show over on Twitter. You'll find me at NickWYO Sports. Guess what? That WYO is the same over there as well. We are live right now on Periscope and also, too, the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel as well. Again, where we do encourage comments, suggestions, questions are welcomed over on both the Periscope and YouTube side, where, again, I have both of those chats popped up. So, again, if I see those posts, if it's worthy enough, we'll talk about it on there. Also, too, if you can't find any of those for whatever reason, you go over to 1480krae.com. You go under the programming guide, search for Wyoming Sports Talk Today. And at the top of that page are going to be 3 buttons now. There's not 1, not 2, but 3 buttons that lead you over to both the Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube channel sides for Wyoming Sports Talk Today and 1480 KRAE in general. So that's how you find us on the social media sides, where I'm giving you updates regarding guests, news to pass along, any contest giveaways that we are happening, and also, too, again, do encourage those comments, suggestions, participation on the listener, viewer part of it as well, right, too.
And I want to thank Sonny Boy here, too, for the Father's Day present. Came in the mail today.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
Champions.
Right there. 3 in a row, baby.
Try 2 in a row.
Well, 3 out of the last 4. How's that?
Should have been 4 out of 4. But
well, yeah,
again,
you blame that on Adam Silver, though, the commish of the NBA.
Do we stick on the NBA route?
Yeah, we are.
NBA rewards.
Real quick. I want to mention, had a nice meeting today over at LCCC with Clark Rasmussen, the new athletic director. We're putting some things together as we get ready for our second campaign, our sophomore season, so to speak, with LCCC. And this year, one of the nice things that we pushed for and we got, Nick across the way will be joining me on all road trips. So,
yes.
I don't have to sit there and handle the gig myself, which is
so I don't have to hear you whine and complain when you come back of my voice is gone, we can't do the show, and blah blah blah. So yeah, there's no excuse anymore.
When we are off the show today, I'm going to beat the kid. Anyway,
I don't know if you could say that again. Will the FCC allow that wording right there?
Beat you? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
You're 20 whatever.
20 whatever.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore.
And you're like 70 whatever. Yeah. You want to play that game?
Anyway, so we want to thank LCCC for helping out on those arrangements. As
yes.
Nick will be joining me on the road this
season.
Again,
a lot of big things coming to K-Ray and also to Wyoming Sports Talk today. Again, nothing to announce right now, but we will next week. Details kind of in the works right now, but possibly a new special guest joining us Mondays here on Wyoming Sports Talk today. Again, do not want to announce it fully right now, but again, once we get all the details squared away and talk with the individual, again, we should be at least having some new voice here on Wyoming Sports Talk today, so looking forward to that. And again, we are expanding as well, too, again, with the video portion of K-Ray and also, too, with Wyoming Sports Talk today. Again, ever-evolving, ever-changing, again, ever setting the bar higher here in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, even across the state of Wyoming. I don't think anyone else is doing anything like this, so we're one of our kind. Again, it is a multimedia operation that we are here, and again, thank you to all who do join us, whether it is radio, web streaming, or video live streaming with us on all available platforms that we do offer here.
All right, we do want to, again, remind everybody that we will have a full slate of LCCC basketball. Matter of fact, Clark and myself will sit down here. Schedule is about 95% done for them over there at LCCC.
We have volleyball and soccer schedules as well too.
You got that done, yeah. But the hoop schedule is.
But we're not broadcasting volleyball and soccer.
No, but I'm just saying the hoop schedule is not totally complete, so we will not give you a firm commitment where we're going to be at for all of the games thus far. So,
but when we do, it'll be online.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Kind of like our football schedule.
Thank you to our good friend Jose Arenas, who sent us all of the information there for volleyball.
You keep on moving around. Again, I thought we're going on NBA. Now we're on LCCC.
Just hang on. Well, you're the one who mentioned it, so I want to thank him for getting us those schedules, too, as we keep you abreast here over on 1480 K-Ray.
Do we entertain, again, a few? I do believe I tossed the volleyball schedule, or never mind, you gave it back to me. But let's see, for soccer, at least this is women's soccer. Men's is still in the work over there, but hopefully we'll get that sometime soon. But to kind of entertain you, get to, kind of wet your whistle a bit for women's soccer for LCCC coming up this season. Again, a few games, a few contests. We'll start out the gate scrimmage with the LCCC alumni. That'll be on August 11th here in Cheyenne. Let's see. On the road for LCCC, they'll be heading out to Melbourne, Florida. They'll be taking on Eastern Florida State College and Daytona State College in the later parts of August, so looking forward to that. Also, too, they will be in Council Bluff, Iowa, taking on Tyler Junior College and Iowa Western Community College. So, again, some miles going to be set for the women's soccer program. I do believe also, too, they'll be taking on the CU Club in Boulder coming up in October. So, again, a few big names coming up on that schedule. The NJCAA National Tournament this year will be in Foley, Alabama. So looking forward to that. Volleyball schedule, just to kind of give you a taste on that one. Volleyball will also be in Council Bluff, Iowa, not at the same time as soccer, but they will be taking on the likes of Jefferson College, Indian Hills Community College, Iowa Western Community College. Let's see, they'll also be in a tournament, the Lee College Tournament in Baytown, Texas. Polk State College, how about that? Navarro College, Lee College, and also, too, as we mentioned with the NJCAA tournament for soccer being in Alabama, guess what? National Volleyball Tournaments we hosted here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. At least I should say the Region 9 Conference Tournament will be here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so that's going to be exciting. That will be over at Story Gym, and the NJCAA National Volleyball Tournament will be in Hutchinson, Kansas, as it usually is, because they have a fantastic facility out there. So that's kind of a little bit of a preview for those schedules. Again, if you go to golccc.com, you can get the full schedule and details over there for the respective sports.
And just to give you, again, we will get to the NBA, but just to give you the update on
There's
Brandon,
a lot for the NBA.
Yeah. And I saw a lot of it last night, too. Update on Brandon Nimmo's status. Again, with the pinky finger injury, he is not in the lineup for tonight's game against the Pirates, according to Tim Healy of Newsday. That was released about an hour ago. So right now, again, the status still day-to-day. He did not pinch hit last night in the Mets loss. So, again, Brandon Nimmo,
we have a contact in New York. Do we need to get him on the line to get Brandon Nimmo updates? Do we want to bring him back to the K-Ray airwaves? I can do that? No? Okay.
No,
all right.
No, Pop's not ready for it yet.
All right, whatever.
So let's get into the NBA. So last night, and you were probably already in bed. I ended up staying up late last night, and I'm watching.
I mean, I went to bed at probably 12:30.
No, well, you probably weren't watching sports though. I was watching ESPN.
Oh, no. I mean, there was nothing really sports worthy on. Again, am I watching NBA the awards on TNT? No.
Well, anyway, they're going back and forth on free agency in basketball, and of course it's LeBron this, LeBron that, LeBron this.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not. And you
know
what? I really.
I mean, what did we say day one after the NBA Finals was over? Again, hey, it's LeBron watch of what is going to happen.
You know what I really hope now? I really hope he stays in Cleveland.
I do too. Again,
just to tick off the nation. You know what I'm saying? Because
will he tick off the nation, though?
Well, no, he's going to be a Laker. He's going to be a Rocket. He's going to be a Warrior. He's going to be a Nugget.
Who cares?
I mean, he's going to play for every team in the NBA. And again, LeBron is coy. He knows how to pick his battles, and he'll sit there and
hopefully he's not an idiot like the last time and has to do it on national television of his decision. Hopefully he's learned from that of just how dumb that was.
Do you think ESPN is knocking on his door saying, "Hey, LeBron, if you do what you did X amount of years ago, we're gonna line your pockets with a bunch of cash"?
I don't think he really cares. Again, after the
ESPN
the negative. Okay, ESPN can get on their hands and knees and do whatever, but again, it's up to LeBron.
They're going to make money off of this, and that's the whole deal. They want
but again,
money.
is LeBron want to have that hit to his, to his legacy? Again, we saw what negativity that brought to him of how just egotistical, how stupid that was of all spotlights on me to go say, hey, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to South Florida. That was the dumbest thing in his career of what he's ever done. I don't think he wants to create career suicide doing it again.
He's going to do the same thing like they do for the NBA draft lottery. I mean, and again, they've turned that into a program now. And he's going to do the same thing.
Well, it's a draft lottery. That's
I understand
to me, that's a little bit more interesting.
I could see LeBron, and it's almost like what was that television show where they pick the case and try to grab $1 million out of it?
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal.
There you go.
And I'm thinking that's what he's going to do. He's going to have all 29 teams up there.
If he does that, again, I lose more respect for the guy.
Cleveland.
I'm just saying, if he does that, I lose more respect for LeBron James as a person. That, again, that just says you're that egotistical. Again, puts up a bigger middle finger to the city of Cleveland.
He's not egotistical. They're feeding him. They're feeding the ego knucklehead.
Okay, so again, hopefully LeBron learned from his previous mistake and does not do it again.
And if he stays in Cleveland, he's a god. Think about it. He stays in Cleveland, he's a hero.
He's a god to them, but to the rest of the NBA, who cares? Again.
But he's going to have
hopefully he just followed. Again, KD didn't have to go and say, hey, I'm going to Golden State. Granted, he did put out his own kind of public, at least on the Players Tribune.
He said, I'm going to Washington here because it's my home state.
Again, you're missing my point. He did not, KD, when he made his decision to go to Golden State, he did not get on TV. He did not go to ESPN to make a big spectacle out of it.
He's a quiet individual.
But again, he did put a respectable article on the Players Tribune online of saying, hey, Oklahoma City, thank you for all you've done, but I'm going to take my talents to Golden State. Again, was not a big media hype around it and not all eyes on him. Again, LeBron, learn from that. If you want to do that, say, hey, thank you, Cleveland. If you are leaving, say, hey, thank you, Cleveland, for everything we did. I'm happy I brought you your one championship, but now I need a new challenge.
Right. Now, stop right there. Stop right there.
Stop.
No,
what do you mean?
With KD. Same thing, though, with KD. If you remember, after they won his first championship last year,
so
what did Nike do? They put on this big commercial and basically told everybody.
What did Beats headphones do for Colin Kaepernick after the NFC championship?
I know, but
again, they're going to be like that. Same with the headphone companies with Draymond Green.
Didn't KD basically say, "Kiss my booty"? That's what he basically said in that commercial.
He said that to all
and especially
people.
Oklahoma City.
Okay, so again, not even on the same realm of what we're even talking about.
Oh,
not even on the same realm.
You're trying to make it sound like KD did his thing very methodically. You know, they're
Okay, KD did not sit down in front of the nation on ESPN, have an hour-long sitcom or, again, a situation to go and say, oh, my decision is to go to the Bay Area of Golden State.
I know, but that's not his style. LeBron has had the microphones and has had the TV cameras in his face.
I don't think you're understanding of what I'm saying right now. Again, with LeBron needs to be smart about this. He does not need this other hit to his career and his kind of, again, his respectability. Again, if he does another decision-making process on ESPN, he does that whole situation again, sorry, me and probably the rest of the nation, or at least NBA fans, lose more respect for him. He's going to lose all sorts of respect out of Cleveland, obviously, if he leaves. But, again, to do something like that again, sorry, LeBron, that's way too egotistical. You saw the backlash you got from the first one. If you're going to do it again, just get the hell out of here. Again, you're just ridiculous if you're at that point in time. And, again, I hope LeBron does kind of a KDS where, again, it is big news, obviously, but doesn't take it that one step further of going, all eyes on me. My decision causes, or at least is going to be the ripple across the NBA. It's all about me, me, me. No, hopefully he again, goes the KD route, just says, hey, thank you, Cleveland, brought you your championship. I need a new challenge. Here it is. And, again, just puts out like a memo, puts out a word on the Players Tribune, whatever, but nothing to just go, hey, it's all, I need this camera attention. I need all eyes were watching on me.
And what's going to happen when, let's just say that for argument's sake, that he says, thank you very much. Appreciate all all we.
What are we talking in this scenario?
We're talking
if he's on TV or what?
No, what if he even writes a little memo and puts it to the Cleveland Plain Dealer?
I think he will.
What's going to happen when that's put out? To be on TV, everybody's going to grab number 23 jerseys again and burn them in the center.
They're going to do that no matter what.
Arena.
Guess what? They were burning Kawhi Leonard jerseys when he was saying his comments of he wanted to go to Los Angeles or New York. Fans are going to be fickle like that no matter what. You don't think Denver fans did it to Melo jerseys back in the day when he went off and did his thing? Sorry. Fans are going to do that no matter what.
You actually had to buy a Melo jersey. I don't think too many people bought Melo jerseys.
I think a lot of people did, unfortunately.
Not me. Let's see. All right, so anyway, the free agency begins officially here, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken?
Pretty sure.
Would it be wise for LeBron on July 1 to say, I'm staying, here's where I'm going?
I think it would be smart, not to drag it out.
Yeah.
Again, not let the kind of carrot dangle out there for a bit. Get your decision out there as soon as possible, but also, too, again, do completely respect that what the finals just wrapped up here, 3 weeks ago or so? Again, it's kind of recent of, that.
It was right before Father's Day.
Okay, so again, about 3 weeks ago. But again, it's still kind of fresh in his mind of the finals and everything with the Cavaliers. But, don't drag it out too long, but don't let us, hang in all the way up until, the end. Does he need to make a decision at least this Saturday or when free agency opens? Absolutely not. I do not expect that. If he does, it would be completely surprising. I anticipate maybe into July. Early August is when we start figuring things out, or at least when he makes that decision. I think that would be a respectable kind of area of, hey, I've talked with Boston, I've talked to Golden State, I've talked to Lakers, I've talked to Cleveland, I've made my decision now. Again, do not do it in front of the TV cameras, LeBron. Just be respectable, kind of let it be,
And you're living in a fantasy world. That's all.
Okay, so what if he does it then? Again, I think the smartest thing for him in his career right now is to not do something like that again. Did you not see the backlash that he got from all that?
I understand that. What's wrong with his career? Because wherever he goes, he's going to be adored, first off.
Okay, what is associated with his career right now of being, again, he's got his
he's great on the basketball court. That's all he has to be.
Again, the decision is certainly a standpoint, or it's a footnote in his career where people do remember that. Again, that was such a negative knock against him. Again, if he does that again, it's going to be up there of going, wow, look at this guy, egotistical.
But it's funny that you say that. It's like anything else, Nick, that happens in the world of sports, a strike or whatever. Everybody forgives after a while. Again, you know what? If I'm a Cleveland fan, he left.
Sorry, I don't see anyone in the MLB, I don't see anyone in the NHL doing a decision-making process where we have, for instance, in the NHL with Jonathan Tavares with the New York Islanders. Right now, he's being one of the highly scouted, at least kind of free agents. Well, scouted as well, too. Again, teams do need to scout him. But, again, right now, he is one of the big names on the free agent market. I don't see him anytime soon going, my decision is to go.
The NHL is about half of the must-see TV that basketball is. When you think of basketball.
Okay, MLB is probably right around there. Again, do I see, for instance, with free agency with Bryce Harper, is he going to stay with the Nationals? Who knows? He might say, I'm opting out.
Got a hell of a lot of press Sunday night. You better watch the ball games on Sunday because they sure made a lot of stink about it.
You are not anywhere in the same stratosphere than I am right now on my thought process.
But I'm saying, with LeBron James,
I'm just saying, is Bryce Harper going to go out there and go, hey, here's my decision to join
because he's not
X
that
team.
way.
I don't think anyone in the MLB would do that.
That's right. But LeBron James.
And I'm thinking of, again,
LeBron James.
Say Barry Bonds was still in the league. Would Barry Bonds, again, people kind of associate him with being that kind of egotistical, self-centered person. Is he someone where he, again, one of the best players of all time, I'm going to take my talents away from San Francisco and make that decision on air? I don't think even Barry Bonds would have done that situation.
He did it when he left Pittsburgh. You better go back and take a look there, pal, when he left to go to the Giants. You better take a hard look at Mr. Ego when he left the Pirates to join the Giants.
I need to see that evidence.
Yes, you do. You definitely better go bring that up.
I'm just saying. Let's be honest. Again, it's still negative press. It's still a knock against your character as an individual. Again, it's still going to get you, fan just hate among you. Again, LeBron doesn't want this at this point. Let's be honest. He's trying to say, hey, rest of the NBA league, no need to hate me. Again, I'm not that egotistical person. So, again, it's stupid for him to do it.
Okay.
Clearly.
We'll see. I'm
just saying, if he listens to morons like you, that's career suicide.
I don't want him to do that. I'm not that stupid. I'm not ESPN. I don't need to do that. But ESPN is ESPN
okay? So again, in this day and age of where, hey, LeBron, do you think for yourself? Are you an individual? Can you make your own decisions? I don't think ESPN has a choke collar around LeBron saying, hey, no, you got to do this. Come over here. Come to the Bristol studios and do this. I don't think
ESPN. ABC, family networks, and the NBA, all three love LeBron. They'll do anything they can to appease King James.
Again, is LeBron an individual? Does he think for himself? Is he owned by the NBA? Can he make his own decisions without the NBA getting involved?
But he can snap his fingers and anybody will do anything for him.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said,
I'm just saying, if he does that, it's the stupidest thing. And again, if you don't learn from your past, I guess you're doomed to do it again. So go ahead, LeBron, do it again where you're going to get even more hate coming up if you make that decision.
And again, I think the decision.
And it's not just from Cleveland fans, it's from NBA fans in general.
And in my opinion, I think he's going to just end up staying in Cleveland. And I think when we were talking about K-Love possibly moving, I think he'll be an interested observer first and foremost during the free agent
again, I think he's the big piece right now from other teams making moves because, again, you got to figure out, all right, it's kind of like the Giancarlo Stanton maneuver in MLB. Well, a lot of teams had to kind of stand by and see, well, I kind of want that guy. Let's see where he's going to land. All right, then we'll make our moves. Kind of like with the Giants where, all right, we're going to go after Giancarlo. Well, he went to the Yankees. All right, let's make our moves to get McCutchen. Let's get Longoria. Let's get a few other pieces. No, sorry. Again, LeBron is that kind of anchor point right now where with teams, you're kind of sitting back going, hey, I'm Golden State. If he's entertaining to come here, do I need to sign Kevin Love right now? No, he's going to lock up a lot of money, and I'd rather have him than Kevin Love, right? I think he is that kind of anchor point where a lot of teams are going to be maybe a little bit gun-shy. Kind of same with the situation with Kawhi. Maybe does San Antonio sit back and go, all right, let's weather this storm, see where he goes, and then figure out what we do with Kawhi.
All right, we got to take a break, and when we come back, we have some news from down the road in Denver. As the Denver
we
Nuggets,
still need to keep on the NBA.
We're going to stay on
NBA wars.
It includes the Denver Nuggets here, and good news for Nugget fans. We're back after these words right here in 1480 K-Ray.
John Mason here for Lincoln Way Liquor. I want to thank Cheyenne for helping us grow during our first year of business. We have over 5,000 new customers in our database in just 13 months. Our customers love our low prices, free ice, 2% credit for future purchases, and some really friendly service. And we always have 16 weekly specials on beer, wine, and liquor. We ask you to compare Lincoln Way Liquor, 2825 East Lincoln Way. We're not the largest, but we might just be the best.
The time is now, and the place to go is Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service for their annual model clearance sale of Jayco RVs and fifth wheels. This is your year to travel the countryside, and what better way with your Jayco RV from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service. And to put you on the road today, save 30% on their annual model clearance. Their savings are always the best on whatever model you select. Come see and take home your favorite today when you buy from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service at 6102 East Highway 30 in Cheyenne, or go online to jollyrogersrvs.com.
Wow, it's hot enough out there to fry chicken. So now's the time to find ways to beat the heat, and Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, is the best place to go to get cool. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, which provides complete air conditioning, installation, inspection, and repair services, is offering its air conditioning inspections for just $98. So beat the heat right now by calling Marv's Plumbing and Heating today at 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of our high school athletes at East, Central, and South. May the school year bring success to all of you. Before you start your day, stop by Chick-fil-A for a hearty, delicious, and satisfying breakfast, only at Windmill and Del Range. Breakfast is served Monday through Saturday from 6 in the morning till 10:30 a.m. Breakfast with Chick-fil-A, the most important meal of the day at Windmill and Del Range.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be sunny with highs around 90 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 55 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Wednesday, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 91, and on Wednesday night, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 56.
We're taking Cheyenne, Wyoming Sports Talk Radio to a whole new level. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Stop this crazy thing!
And it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We're back on Wyoming Sports Talk today after a lively discussion about LeBron James down the road, about 100 miles south. The Denver Nuggets did something. I applaud them for this. I really do.
It's nothing surprising.
It's a smart move. That's what, and again, folks.
Again, you got a small sample size with this guy, but
if you work for the Cronkies, I'm sorry.
Cronky organization is just dumb.
You got that right. Sorry, I'm very blunt about it. They have done some stupid things in their careers.
I think the city of St. Louis would agree with us as well too.
But again, both Pop and Son runs the Nuggets and the Avalanche.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Nikola Jokic, who was making about $1.5 million, and remember we were talking about that here a few weeks back.
He's still kind of early in his years in the NBA, so obviously not making the buku money. And again,
he will now. He will now because the Nuggets filed paperwork to decline the team option on Jokic's contract last night, clearing the way to sign what is likely to be a 5-year, ready for this one?
No.
Approximately $147 million maximum contract coming up in July. So declining the team option for next season makes Jokic a restricted free agent and allows the Nuggets and Jokic to execute the long-term deal.
Again, deal is not set. It's looking like it's going to be in July, but again, something to absolutely keep an eye on just in case if, for whatever reason, contract talks to dissolve or if something where Jokic just goes, hey, I'm a free agent now. let's take a look at what my options are.
And again, if he wants to go play elsewhere, that's great.
But again, get your money right now. If you get a max deal, get your money now.
$29.6 million.
Again, you are at this point in time. I would say Jokic is right now the face of the franchise at this point with the Nuggets. Again, after the year that he had last year with the Denver Nuggets, he is the figurehead of that.
He's the face of the Nuggets.
Yeah, he's the figurehead of that organization. So get your max money, get your contract, man, and again, make your money. And this is for the Nuggets and for Jokic. It's a good pairing right now. But again, also too, you get a small sample size out of this guy. Last year, maybe that was just kind of his 1 year of, hey, I was really good, and now the rest of the time, again, who knows? Who knows?
Well, anyway, and I want to stand corrected. $29.4 million.
You don't think this Mac contract though for the Nuggets is kind of a big gamble, or is it something where he's solid so far? Well, he could continue to be that figure.
There is a gamble, but they're also trying to tell Nugget fans.
He could be that Alex English for the Nuggets, of a well-known legacy Nugget.
And what they're saying to Nugget fans, we are making the commitment to making this team bigger and stronger. And again, keeping the Jokic kid is big. I mean, think about it. You said his numbers. Well, 18.5 points.
No, I didn't say anything about his numbers last year. Again, there's no joke about his numbers, but I'm just saying, is that something going to carry on throughout his career? Is this something for the next 5 years? If they do sign this contract for the next 5 years, is he going to be consistent?
The kid is only 23, and again, I use the word kid.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's why I'm just saying you have a small sample size on the guy. Again, is it something where he had a flash in the pan last season, or is it something that's going to carry on for the next 5 years?
I think it will carry on for the next few years because this guy only is going to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
So and
he certainly needs pieces around him, though. Again, that team.
Well, they're also looking now to sign. If I read this right, Denver's hoping to re-sign guard Will Barton, who will become an unrestricted free agent. So they're trying to keep some of the pieces around him that are functional.
And I think Wilson Chandler's looking to, again, not at least fully, I'd have to look that up, but again, Wilson Chandler, I do believe they're working on trying to get him back within, so again, trying to keep a core with the Denver Nuggets, but, again, it's nothing is set in stone at this point for the Denver Nuggets, at least of what they have signed for their free agents.
It's interesting because, you think back to all the hypes that go on. You think all the hype's going to the college football draft. There wasn't a lot of hype going into the NBA draft. There's more hype going into the who's going to get.
There's never really big hype in the NBA.
But there's always like who's going to get the first pick, who gets the first lottery pick. That's where the biggest hype is at.
Well, yeah, but I mean, absolutely.
And same thing too. There's like baseball free agency. There's the big hype there, and then of course you got the baseball trading deadline. But in basketball, right now. It's kind of if it wasn't for LeBron James, it would be a dead time until July 1st. Think about it.
Not necessarily. Again, even go back to the KD years or whoever's big name on a free agency, there's always, again, before you hit that, at least that opening day, there's always that rumors, that talks of, all right,
yeah, but
what teams are going to do, or at least, again, you always fill out your free agency of who's going to be free agents tracker, kind of bing, 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 and then just kind of, it's kind of like your mock drafts of, oh, okay, here's a free agent. What team is he going to be with, or is he going to stay? You kind of play that game until here it is, day one of, all right, now it's free agency, it's open, let's have fun. Again, the NBA always finds a way to at least have that fun. Again, you always have that free agent tracker. You
have to build it up. Same thing with football. Who the free agents are. Actually, basketball is more popular with the free agents. But if it wasn't for LeBron this year, it's kind of a quiet free agency type of year.
Not with Kawhi.
Kawhi's he's already under contract. He wants to be traded.
Oh, that's true. But I'm just talking off-season talk. So Kawhi, if it wasn't LeBron's year, Kawhi would certainly be taking that spotlight of, are the Spurs going to trade him? Or are they going to try and renegotiate with him or try to figure out? Again, that would still be big news. Granted, it is big news at this point, but that would certainly take center stage of what are the Spurs going to do with this cat of everything. Again, there are other fairly big names, again, with the situation with Anthony Davis and Golden State, talking about that. That certainly would have taken precedent as well. Kevin Love being scouted by Golden State. Again, what Houston Rockets are going to do. Again, also, too, let's not forget what we just recently talked yesterday, PG-13. Will he be heading out to the Lakers, or is he going to remain as an OKC Thunder? Again, there's still big names out there right now that are tossed around in this offseason that if LeBron wasn't center stage, there'd still be plenty to talk about.
I agree. You're getting an argument on me?
Great response, I guess.
There's not much more to say out of it. I like I said,
you brought it up.
I'm just talking about it. If it wasn't for LeBron, this thing is kind of boring this year, you know.
I guess, in your opinion, but again, we've had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Again, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
I mean, you brought up a billboard situation yesterday, so obviously we're still talking about something that wasn't LeBron James in the NBA, right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
I like the Magic Johnson comment. I'll step down if the Lakers miss out on free agents next 2 summers. Saying it won't be a failure if the Lakers
like Magic really cares. Again, he has the Dodgers to fall on. He cares.
You want to talk about somebody that's beloved in Los Angeles and the guy can't do no wrong?
That's true.
It is Magic Johnson. Even as a failed coach, he didn't do anything wrong. They made it like he stepped down. But anyway, saying it won't be a failure if the Los Angeles Lakers do not land a max free agent this July, President Magic Johnson set a timeline for his rebuild by saying he will step away if he can't deliver by next summer. So, again, for the Lakers and Johnson, obviously he's gone to the Buss family and said, I need some money. And the Buss family said, you're Magic Johnson. Here's the checkbook. Take it.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah,
so, again, will he land that big max free agent?
Well, and again,
possibly. Again, all signs are showing right now that L.A. is going to be potentially that next super team where, again, LeBron is interested.
Well,
Kawhi wants to be traded there.
They want to buy their
PG-13 is looking to get out there. And, yeah.
Maybe even Klay Thompson?
No.
Maybe. He's a free agent. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just throwing it out there.
No. Clay is not.
I hope he doesn't, but he is a free agent, and he's.
I don't know why you would ever speak those words. You're just don't even do that ever again on this air. Don't ever say that again.
It's written
right. Clay going to the Lakers. Are you kidding me?
Hey, I saw back in the day, and I know you weren't around. Keith Wilkes at that time, and then he became Jamal Wilkes. He left the Golden State Warriors to sign with the L.A. Lakers. That one hurt me.
Okay, so let's see. Back in the day, what decade are we talking about here?
Talking about the 70s and 80s.
All right, so again, you had your one championship run there, but right now we're in the midst of a Golden State dynasty where they're not looking to slow down anytime soon. I think kind of a little different right now. Again, are you going to go to a team that is?
Here's the paragraph. Listen to the paragraph. But
also, dead last in the Pacific.
You got Luke Walton coaching them, who's had Warrior connection. It says right here, the Lakers also reminded people that they should not land their top-tier targets this summer. They want to maintain cap flexibility to go after next year's big free agents, which could include
it's not going to
Kawhi Leonard and Klay Thompson.
It's not going to.
I'm just
let's be honest. Maybe Kawhi, but again, Klay Thompson. Sorry, again, the possibility. It's kind of like the same situation with LeBron going to Denver. Same situation with Klay going to the Lakers. Sorry, is Klay going to be that dumb and just go, "Oh, I'm winning here. I'm winning championships. I'll go to the Lakers and try to help them out." There's no guarantee there of again trying to get them out of the bottom of the basement there in the Pacific Division and also to bottom of the Western Conference as is. Sorry. I really doubt that. I don't think Klay is going to be that just idiotic to go, well, I had it great here, but I need a new challenge now, and I'm going to go to the Lakers and try to build something there. No.
Hey, we've seen
athletes
do that.
In any sport, what are you doing to play? Why are you playing a sport? You're there to play to win championships.
True.
And what is he doing right now? He's won 3 so far, and the potential to win many more going into the future. Sorry. It makes sense to just stick where you are right now and, again, win championships. And it's not like he's –
it's all about the bench.
And it's not like he's sitting on the bench or anything right now. No, he's a full-fledged starter on this super team that is this dynasty. Okay. He's a main contributor to this dynasty.
I'm just reading the story as it was printed. Whether you agree with it or disagree, that's okay. That's fine. All right. We got to move along here.
Whoever printed that story might be, smelling too much ink fuel.
Wait a minute, I'll let you know who wrote the story, so you can chastise that person.
I will,
and we will tell you.
I'm already doing it right now.
It's Oham Youngmusiak. He's a ESPN staff writer from El Segundo, California.
Never heard of him.
That's why. His name is Oma Youngmuskak. That's how you say it.
That's how you say it, yeah.
Are
you sure about that? I'm not going to take a chance. I'm just saying you went with 100% confidence on that's how you say it.
Youngmuskak. That's it. There you go.
Anyways.
All right.
Well, we should probably take a break and then continue on NBA as we had NBA awards last night.
Holy cow.
And it won controversy last night as well, too, or at least a fun controversy.
Yeah, I would say there's not really a lot of rocket science for you went into this. We will take a time out. We'll come back with more Wyoming Sports Talk today after these words.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner. Do you have a big remodeling project in mind? Then the best tool for you is a home equity line of credit from Platte Valley Bank. Whether you are remodeling, making home repairs, or expanding, a home equity line of credit can help you finish that project. Stop in and we'll show you the hidden value in your home with a home equity line of credit from Platte Valley Bank.
Some restrictions may apply, subject to credit approval. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom, let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe. Live safe.
We are the key to your cleaning success. The Key People that provides affordable office and professional cleaning services for over 40 years with exceptional customer care. All of our contractors have background checks and are licensed and bonded. We guarantee you a safe and secure service that is tailored to your individual and business needs. The Key People do not impose year-long contracts, and all quotes are free, confidential, and personalized. Call the Key People at 1-800-468-8283. That's 1-800-468-8283.
Are you looking for a pharmacist who will actually take the time to talk to you? Then come to Medicap Pharmacy. We're dedicated to healthcare only, which means we'll fill your prescription quickly, and then we'll make time to listen, answer your questions, explain your prescriptions, and tell you about possible drug interactions.
Medicap Pharmacy. We'll always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
According to the latest Rate Watch report, First Year Bank offers the highest annual percentage yield in the Cheyenne market for 12, 18, 24, 36, 48, and 60-month CDs. Their friendly staff is ready to answer any questions and help you open or renew your certificate of deposit. Give Carol, Caitlin, or Deb a call today at 307-632-3500. First Tier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
All right, good half of football, boys. Now, good is good, but we can always be better. Look at Taco John's. They took those tasty little potato lays and loaded them up with bacon and ranch and all kinds of good stuff. They made something good even better.
Taco John's new loaded potato olays are loaded with craveable toppings for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even dessert.
So olay the day, boys, and play like you're making loaded potato lays.
Olay the day at Taco John's.
You bleed brown and gold? So do we. Wyoming Cowboys football and basketball is always front and center on the show. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's here on AM 1480. K-Ray.
Well, welcome back to Wyoming Sports Talk Today. I think when they do awards, I think basketball has more awards than any of the major sports.
Possibly. I think NHL's getting a little bit.
Again,
now
you have two leagues. In baseball, you have 2 leagues.
Well, yeah.
But it seems like basketball, they have an award. I mean, for the.
But I'm just saying they have. It's more of here it is, and again, what we encourage here is fan participation, and again, they're doing the same thing of hey, fans. I think there's either 6 or 7 fan voted awards given out to players.
I understand it, but I mean, it's like best concessions. I mean, geez, they got an award for everything here in the NBA. So. Let's get to the crux of the awards last night, and I think you and me would agree that the NBA's most valuable player is one that was deserving.
I have no issue with James Harden winning the MVP award last night. Again, good. He had a great year with Houston.
1 game away from getting into the NBA championship.
Yeah, minus a Chris Paul. So, again, with him on the court, maybe roles reversed and maybe Houston's your champion this year, but who knows. But no, again, James Harden, what he put on this season, absolutely. I think he deserves it. Anthony Davis absolutely made a case, but it wasn't anything nothing on the same level as James Harden. And then LeBron. Yeah. We know what LeBron's going to put to the table, but again, James Harden, what he did this season compared to other seasons in OKC and Houston, this was a phenomenal year for him.
And really, LeBron James is the most valuable player of the Cleveland Cavaliers, who puts the team on his back every night. Anthony Davis has a little support now with the New Orleans
It's pretty
Pelicans.
much him, though.
But James Harden, though, even with the signing of Chris Paul and again, a lot of that younger ball club around him, you still want to get the ball in James Harden's hand.
Yeah.
Any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, that's been nothing new in Houston, though. Right. Again, with him, no matter who is surrounding him, that's always been the theme of get Harden the ball.
Right. So, again, Harden, I think we're both in agreement on. Have no problems with the Rookie of the Year award. I think that's well-deserved. And I think Ben Simmons, was everything as advertised for the 76ers.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, compared to Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz, not sorry against Donovan, but nothing really impressive what he did.
It was an okay year.
Yeah, again, Jason Tatum with Boston. Yeah, I can absolutely see him in contention, but no. Ben Simmons and what he did, especially his elevation with that 76ers team, again, getting them into the playoffs, again, trying to be another piece of that process out there. No, I think he is absolutely deserving of the Rookie of the Year.
And then again, Jason Tatum with the Boston Celtics also being nominated. The NBA Six-Man Award. It's kind of interesting, too, because you sit there and you go, oh, God, the Golden State Warriors were the world champions. And, you don't see a lot of Warrior names.
I don't think they really care at this point. Again, you're hosting the main.
They're sporting the ring.
As I say, you're hosting the main award.
So the Sixth Man Award goes to Lou Williams. Really,
I'd probably have given it to Eric Gordon more than anything with Houston, but
I would too. Yeah, and I think what he did in the playoffs, through the course of the playoffs.
Obviously, again, who knows how much those playoffs play into all this awarding.
But
again, yeah, absolutely, of what he saw and throughout the season, yeah, I would say Eric Gordon probably deserved that Six-Man Award, but Lou Williams, sorry, don't know a whole lot. Again, the LA Clippers were just pathetic this season, obviously with losing every piece under the sun. Again, sorry, Eric Gordon, you contributed to the best team in the NBA, or at least on record-wise. Yeah, sorry, Eric. I think he got snubbed on that one.
Well, and this award belongs to Andre Iguodala, if he wasn't pressed into service into the starting five, because the Warriors don't have anybody in the middle that's worth a damn. Am I right?
They did.
No, they don't. So anyway, but that would have been his award, hands down. But yeah, I agree. I think Eric Gordon probably more than Lou Williams for the Sixth-Man Award. NBA's Defensive Player of the Year.
Here's where I'm surprised the Warriors not on there, and that would be one Draymond Green.
Yeah, not even in the top three. Again, I'm sure the Warriors got a lot of
hate.
I
think he won it last year, but
I'm just saying there's a lot of hate against these guys as well. But
again, I don't think the Warriors at this point really care. Again, does Steph Curry or KD go, I missed out?
It's for us chatterboxes to do this kind of talk.
I have no issue with. I don't. Other than Eric Gordon, everyone else on this list, I'm fine with.
I can't tell you any more than Anthony Davis. I don't know much about Rudy Gobert. Aside from the highlights that they showed. other than that, I guess again,
he's
deserving of it.
Again, with Rudy, with the Utah Jazz, no issues of him winning Defensive Player. Again, Anthony Davis absolutely could have won it. And again, Joel Embiid with the Sixers, sure, maybe. Again, I still, in my personal opinion of what this season, again, Defensive Player of the Year, sorry, it belongs to one Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, but yeah, it is what it is.
By the way, too, Kia sponsors these NBA awards. So
they sponsor everything of NBA.
Well, I just want to make sure I get that plug in there for my friends AJ and Greg Miller.
Well, it's not the Kia of Cheyenne, it's Kia.
It's a national Kia, but there's a Kia of Cheyenne here that says.
I'm just saying they're not sponsoring it. It's just Kia as a whole.
They say go on by and buy one of their cars. Anyway, Kia's NBA's most improved player, the kid from Indiana, Victor Oladipo.
Not that hard to say that one.
And then there's Clint Capella from Houston, and then Spencer Dinwiddie of Brooklyn.
I mean, Victor Oladipo going from OKC to Indianapolis, or at least going to Indy. I mean, he was still throughout his career, he's been good. Again, most improved, sure. Again, what he did this season with Indiana, again, it was a little bit better than what he's done, but he's always been a consistent and good player. So I can, sure, if you want to award him most improved, all right, that's cool and grand. Anyways, just kind of moving on. NBA Coach of the Year. What? You got nothing to say?
No. Dwayne Casey, Toronto. I don't have a problem with that. Brad Stevens would have been my second choice.
I'm just saying, go figure on the NBA Coach of the Year award. It goes to Dwayne Casey, Toronto Raptors. Hey, he's without a job.
Yeah, isn't that funny? NBA Basketball Executive of the Year, Daryl Morey, Houston Rockets. Kemba Walker, the Charlotte Hornets NBA Sportsmanship Award.
Sure.
The Sager Strong Award winner is Dikembe Mutombo. The Lifetime Achievement Award went to the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
Yep.
The Twyman Stokes Teammate of the Year Award went to Jamal Crawford, Minnesota Timberwolves. NBA Cares Community Assist Award, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Of the Golden State
Warriors. He's done a lot. And again, it wasn't even just in the Bay Area. I do believe he still does a little community outreach, and it's still in Oklahoma City. As much as people still hate him in that town, I still do believe he, again, with Boys and Girls Club, he does a lot of community outreach in both the Bay Area and Oklahoma City still.
Well, we're going to, and we got more to go through, and obviously we're pushing up against the top of the hour. So what we'll do is, and we'll come back and we'll run through them real quick as we get into the 4 o'clock hour here.
Well, and also, too, we need to talk about the controversy that was on air last night with one Bill Russell.
Okay, but we will get to that.
And you probably didn't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't, but I can bring that up here while we're in the break. But real quick here, we're going to go with Player of the Year, and then we'll send it into the 4 o'clock hour. So the winner of, Play of the Year, and the winner was Clutch Shot of the Year, Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. The Dunk of the Year went to Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis. How do you say that name again?
Giannis I don't know.
Antetokounmpo?
Sure.
Assist of the
Just
Year.
call him the Greek Freak.
The assist of the year goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. Block of the Year went to the Pelicans, Anthony Davis. And Handler of the Year went to
How
the
about
Celtics.
Handle, not Handler?
It says Handler of the Year.
Try Handle.
Handle of the Year goes to Kyrie.
And those are all the fan-voted on ones where, again, here's your clips. Vote on what you think is the best, and there you go.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the rest of these awards, and we'll be...
Well, you already did. It's pretty much all set in stone. You got nothing else.
Oh, that's right. Well, I got Best Style. I got Hustle. I got all NBA First Team.
Now we're just really begging for nothing.
Well, they're not doing it. You brought it. You gave me...
Well, I gave you the main things again.
You gave me 18 pages. Well,
Try 5. It's not 18. It's not really ridiculous.
Before we get to the top of the hour, here's what we're going to do here. Let's see. NBA All First.
No, we're already at the top of the hour. Just give up.
Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, and Damian Lillard of the Blazers. The NBA All-Rookie Team, Kuzma of the Lakers, looks like Markkanen of the Bulls, Donovan Mitchell of the Jazz, Ben Simmons of the Celtics, Jason Tatum of the Celtics. And then your All-Defensive Team does not have anybody from the Warriors. So there you go. All right, that's our awards from the NBA. Now go ahead and give us the controversy here before we hit to the top.
No, you might as well talk at the top of the hour. You don't know we're already there, so let's just get into it and talk about it after.
All right, we will be back, and we'll let Nick have the floor and talk about Bill Russell last night at the NBA Awards. We're back after these words.
This is 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
Also being heard on translator K266CC Cheyenne at 101.1 FM.
As Cheyenne's weather turns warmer, dust and pollen can become a problem for those with allergies, asthma, or respiratory issues. And the last thing you want in the summer heat is poor air quality in your home or office. So it's time to turn to Marv's Plumbing and Heating. That's right, Cheyenne's most trusted plumbing, sewer, and heating business also services air conditioning. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, can handle all your air conditioning needs. Give them a call, 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
We talk hour number 2 of Wyoming Sports Talk Today, being brought to you by Lincoln Way Liquor at 2825 East Lincoln Way. And again, it is a great time to stop on by, see John and the gang, grab a cold one for the way home. Pop it open when you get home and get ready for the Rockies and the Giants later tonight. Also, we want to thank Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, the Wyoming-Montana Safety Council at 635-4592. Mondello's Pizzeria, delicious pizza pie, stromboli, calzones, and fresh-made sandwiches on delicious fresh baked bread. Always everything fresh at Mondello's. 1507 Stillwater Avenue, Suite D in the Greenway Commons. Cross street at 1508 Stillwater Avenue. It is First Tier Bank, open Monday through Friday. Key People will come on by, clean it so you don't have to. Give Rachel a call. She is the point person. 414-0074 for a free estimate. Lennox Auto Body, Main Repair Center, Dunn Avenue, the Auto Glass and Detail Center over on Pershing Boulevard. Medicap Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. Again, same location as always, right there on Bluegrass Circle, next door to Texas Roadhouse. Platte Valley Bank, 2 banking locations. See the great staff that Rick has assembled over at both locations, the original location on Vanda High and the east side location at the corner of College and Pershing. Platte Valley Bank open Monday through Friday. Key of Cheyenne, where they have a good-looking fleet of automobiles for you to drive home today. So take a test drive, fill out the paperwork, and then take one home. Key of Cheyenne over on Nation Way. We want to thank Chick-fil-A, your home for delicious chicken sandwiches, amongst other goodies there, and delicious breakfast items. So you can check them out for breakfast each Monday through Saturday morning. Chick-fil-A, corner Windmill and Delrange. Thank you to Ray and Cindy. They're right across from Menards at Windmill and Delrange. We also want to thank Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service on Highway 30. Again, if you are looking to get the Jayco of your dreams, do it now. Do it now, because you can save up to 30% as they've got their clearance sale going on. And again, if you're looking for an RV or fifth wheel, Jolly Rogers has it for you today on the lot. Taco John's. Today it's Taco Tuesday. I say no more. That's all you need to know. Taco John's of Cheyenne. And, of course,
so you're going to get on that then?
For what?
For me, right?
I owe you bupkis.
You owe me a lot. I'm just saying. Don't give me that look. Just continue the ad read. You know what you owe me. You're welcome for that hat, too.
Yeah, I kind of haven't forgotten a birthday in my life of you. And how old are you again?
Here we
20
go.
what?
Here we go.
20.
See, exactly. You don't even know how old I am.
I mean, I still
That's
believe
mental.
that
That's mental anguish right there that you owe me for.
I still believe that there was a mix-up in the hospital back in 1990. All right. Anyway, we also want to thank our good friends at Pepsi of Cheyenne, who sponsors our Pepsi scoreboard. Let's go to the scoreboard. Here's Nick.
You're just testing your luck right now. Anyways, on the scoreboard right now, with the Cheyenne Extreme, they are in action right now. Again, those earlier at least times were inaccurate, where they're actually playing right now. They're taking on the Extreme out of Oklahoma. Right now, it's bottom of the third. The Extreme out of Oklahoma are leading 2-0 over the Cheyenne Extreme Team Galicia. They do have a doubleheader as well. They'll play later on after this game wraps up. They will be taking on the E1 Prospects Juarez out of Corona, California, right after this one wraps up. For Cheyenne Post 6, they are in action in Powers Field. That game will get underway at 6 o'clock today, and they'll be taking on the Greeley Gojos. For college baseball action, Game 1 of the World Series between Oregon State and Arkansas will be underway tonight. It was set for yesterday, but due to rain and everything else in Omaha, as they've been experiencing for quite some time, they got it again. So Game 1 will be happening tonight on ESPN, set for around 6 o'clock tonight.
Major League Baseball, one final in the books in the Trop today. The Rays blanked the Nats 1-0 as the Rays.
Our boy Romo got into it.
Yeah, and that I'm trying.
He's the one who caused all. Yeah, what you're about to talk about.
Yeah, Sergio.
Yeah,
he's the man.
He struck out. I don't know the Washington Nationals player, but instead started jawing at him and got a little feisty, and then ensued. Wasn't really a brawl, but at least teams started wandering on the field.
At the end of the ball game, no less, too.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to watch this here as we get to the break. Also, games that are going to be getting underway when we get off the air. M's at the Orioles. It will be the Yankees and the Phillies in Philadelphia. Angels and the Bo Sox at Fenway. Athletics and the Motor City Kitties at Comerica. Pirates and the Mets again. Brandon Nimmo. Still day-to-day, but not in tonight's lineup. Will he be available for pinch hitting? Don't know.
Maybe.
Diamondbacks and the Marlins tonight in Miami. It will be the Reds and the Braves at 5:35. 6 o'clock games has the Padres at the Rangers, Twins and the White Sox in Chicago at Guaranteed Rate Field. Royals will take on the Brewers at Miller Park. Blue Jays will visit the Astros at Minute Maid. Indians and Cardinals at 6:15 at Busch. 8 o'clock game. Dodgers and the Cubs at Dodger Stadium in AT&T Park tonight. A late one. I'm going to be awfully tired tomorrow because I watched these games. Rockies and the Giants, as the Rocks are 38-40, Giants 40-39. Derek Holland will get the call for San Francisco. Chad Bettis, who's 5-1 with a lofty 5.23 ERA.
Yeah.
He will be towing the rubber for the Rocks.
A ballpark where it's hard to come by with runs. Good luck.
Scoreboard brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
This is the Pepsi that's got a date with your taste buds. We're talking 1,000 bubbles dancing a two-step with you and 2 tacos at 2 a.m.
Order number 83. Come on, you're up.
This is the Pepsi that has mastered the art of the late-night munchies and is always down to dig into some deep dish.
Hey, we don't do deep dish, capiche?
Try telling that to Chicago. This is the Pepsi for po' boys, pulled pork sliders, and the godfather of all sandwiches, the Godfather. This is the Pepsi for street carts, anything a la carte, and is dying to make the leap into your grocery cart. Come on, take us home with you. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Here the season never ends. From Wyoming sports to the Broncos in Denver. From Rockies baseball to talking hoops with Nuggets basketball. Local, regional, and national. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, right here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
I like how this game ends between Tampa and Washington. And Romo's wrong. There's no doubt about it. He's wrong. He strikes out Michael Taylor, and Taylor looks back, because it was one of those typical sliders that Romo throws low and away. And
he actually has it back nonetheless too.
And Romo starts, Taylor kind of looked back at the catcher like, wow, that pitch was pretty good, and what did he throw, and all of a sudden.
And again, Romo's been like that. We saw that with the Giants, where he does get emotional.
I know, but he starts, he started flapping off there, and he shouldn't have.
Again, nothing new for Romo. We've seen it before in San Francisco.
And again, he's a little dude. Michael Taylor knocked the crap out of him.
So what? He's showing that again. He's not backing down for anything. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, anyway, and Davey Martinez, the manager of the Nats, did not was very appreciative of that. But I also see here coming in was Daniel Murphy. And Murphy kind of got in the grill.
He got in the grill,
yeah. And Romo's like, I don't want to mess with you. It's when you confront. That's what I like about Sergio Romo. You get in his grill, he kind of backs down a little bit because he's a baby. That's what he is.
I guess. Again, I'd like to see you mess with him. Again, he's an individual where he is emotional. He does not back down. He kind of brings that fire with him that we've seen with Strickland, we've seen with Brian Wilson.
Romo's small potatoes to me. I just make a phone call. That's all I worry about. Yeah, all right. Anyway, so that was the ending part of the ball game. But again, Sergio Romo, and I hope, and really,
he's not going to get suspended. He'll probably get fined.
He'll get fined. I think in that case,
there's nothing suspendable in there.
Manfred should, again,
Manfred should just quit.
Trying to incite. I think that he should get some type of.
Let's try to help you finish that sentence. It's like, Rob Manfred, you should just quit. Just give up being commissioner. You're just pathetic. But anyways,
same thing like the guy in the NFL.
Again, other than Bettman, as that conversation I think we had on Monday last week.
That's pretty sad when he's the tops of the.
I think Bettman's doing probably if you had to take a poll on out of the 4 commissioners who's doing the best job, I think Bettman is. At least on a fan standpoint, I like what Gary Bettman's doing. Again,
and I'll go back,
especially with this season and what we saw with the Vegas Golden Knights and everything. Absolutely,
I go back to his really rough going. The
lockout, yeah.
And I thought he handled it well.
And supposedly there's rumblings that a lockout might be coming soon, or at least when that player contract comes up here. If not, it isn't this season. It's next season, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, though, it's like
I'm just saying there's rumblings that it might happen again. And if that does happen, which again, fingers crossed it doesn't. I love hockey, love NHL, and I don't foresee that the players or at least union would do that to that sport. But if it does happen, another lockout for the NHL,
devastating.
You might as well say the NHL does not exist at that point in time.
But the thing is with the Major League Baseball, and I think they learned from their strike, and I think their collective bargaining.
I hope so. Again, that was even more pathetic.
But I mean, their collective bargaining agreement it's pretty close to being done. But I think they're pretty much okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be, the luxury tax part is always the one that is the big bugaboo. Football has their issue too with CBA.
I think football's trying to do everything to avoid any arbitration or any contract disputes. Again, what we saw with the referees and that whole debacle was the biggest, again, spit in the face of the NFL that they went through of just, wow, we got to deal with this and all this controversy with these refs that don't know what they're doing. I think the NFL at this point in time, whether it's players, whether it's refs, whether it's whoever, I think they're going to work as hard as they can to avoid.
There's a lot behind the closed doors of the NFL offices right now that need to be addressed. Also, too, NBA looks like they're pretty much rolling. They're pretty much rolling along right now. So
I think Silver has that locked up for quite some time. But.
Yeah. So, like I said, hockey though, of those 4 commissioners. Again, I think
Bettman's doing the best job.
I respect what he did on the lockout. I thought what he did with the owner's approval, they locked him out and said, "Get it done, or we don't play."
And they did. Again, NHL at that point in time, and even if it were to happen next season, cannot afford it. The NHL would no longer, in my opinion, would not exist.
Then that means ownership and the players' union better get together, get the damn thing hammered out.
Because, I think they will. Hopefully, again, they learn from your past mistakes and then just kind of tackle it ASAP.
Look back, Major League Baseball with the cancellation of the World Series. It took a while for it to come back.
Yeah,
and again. Mother Nature, don't read into this year. Mother Nature's been the winner this year. That's why
I don't think the World Series is going to cancel.
No, I'm talking about with attendance being down, but it was down.
I mean, World Series again with any top level event. Hey, it's for a championship. I don't, and even if it's in small markets for whatever reason in MLB. I still anticipate you're still going to get fans, whether they're not going to be all local, but again, you're going to have people around the country going,
I understand
hey, this is still the crowning thing.
I'm talking about attendance nationwide down.
We know that.
Because it's been more of a weather situation this year. But I'm talking after the strike year.
I say that plays a little bit, but
after the strike year, it took a while for fans to warm back up to this.
Well, it's the same thing with the NHL. It'd be the same with anything. I think with the NFL, if they were to lock out players and say if they sit out a season, I think the NFL is going to hurt from that.
You weren't even around when the 49ers had scabs playing football, when they had replacement players. And Bill Walsh was
what was the attendance for that one? Did they do all right?
I remember they played the Denver Broncos, and you know what the 49ers ran? They ran the wishbone.
Ew.
Yeah, they had a 3-6 season. They came off a Super Bowl year.
Oh, yeah.
To the strike year.
Yeah.
And again, the NFL learned. So they definitely don't want to have that type of situation going on.
Again, with how the players...
Gene Upshaw, again, the late Gene Upshaw...
If I had to go off of any sport that might have a player disruption or at least a lockout and just argument, it's the NFL right now. Let's be honest. With the commissioner and all this stuff, with the national anthem and the standing...
They got to get together.
With the owners, with the players, yeah, absolutely. They need to figure out and get on the same page. But if there's something right now that's kind of about to explode at this point in time, right now it's the NFL as a whole. And again, if that contract comes up at a point in time, especially around, if this is still lingering about, that might be a situation where players might say, I'm going to sit out. I'm not going to follow by your rule.
I go back in time.
We're already seeing pushback now.
I know, but I go back in time before your day when Gene Upshaw was the head of the executive union, and again, the former Oakland Raider guard, and he was all about the players, and I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But he didn't care that they're
the ones that bring the product to the table.
He didn't care that they went on strike either. Yeah. And you know what? That was almost a death call for the players union, because the owners said, "Fine, guess what? We got replacement players. We don't care. We'll put the product on the field whether you're there or not."
And NFL could not survive with that.
Guess what? Players started busting through the strike lines to play, and then they eventually worked out the deal, and it brought down Gene Upshaw as the executive director of the NFL Players Association.
Yeah.
It was his downfall because of that strike. Again, the NFL Players Union definitely doesn't want to go on strike or be locked out. So again, they learn.
With everything right now at a head, where with the protesting, with
they got to
the
get rid
national
of the
anthem,
politics. That's their problem.
Okay, but again, that's not going away anytime soon. And again, what has been the big issue with the players and ownership and the commissioner has been this thing. If that carries on for quite some time, even if it were to eventually cause a player strike, again, I can absolutely see that would happen.
Well, the NFL has been their own worst enemy. Both players, as well as the executive branch of the NFL, both are guilty of sin that they have brought politics into America's game. That's their own problem. They better work it out.
Other sports have brought politics into whatever.
But again, the NBA right now, like we said, under Silver, it seems to be sound, and hopefully Gary Bettman will learn. And again, I think Gary Bettman is a better commissioner for the NHL. I think he's a better, whether you like the guy or not, I think he's a better commissioner for the NHL.
He's doing a lot for that sport. He's doing a lot for the NHL as a whole. Again, expansion into Vegas, at least possible expansion to Seattle, again, was not announced, which was very surprising. I thought it was going to happen this year, but possibly we'll hear it next season. But you know, what he's doing with the NHL is nothing short of great. And again, expanding this franchise, at least this league, and getting, you know, fans back into it. Again, what we saw, a brand new expansion franchise in the city of Las Vegas, a city that doesn't know anything about ice and cold and snow happens once in a blue moon. Again, you saw that T-Mobile Arena packed every single night. Fans invested. You saw a team that, again, in its first season, get to the Stanley Cup Finals. You've never heard. That's just unheard of in any sport. It was what the NHL is doing right now. I even me as a fan, baseball will still always be my number one of what I enjoy watching. But NHL is at that point right now where it's competing with baseball. I love what the product on the ice is right now. It's great. It's great to watch. And again, it's where NBA, you're not getting that parity. Granted, at this point in time, being a Warriors fan, I'm enjoying it, obviously, where this team is sitting. But with the NHL, you are getting a lot of parity of, hey, these teams that haven't been in quite some time, now they're getting their shot in the playoffs. Hey, Winnipeg, you finally won your first ever playoff series. A franchise that has existed for quite some time, you finally got over the hump and won a playoff series. Again, teams that were never even thought of being part of the playoffs are now regulars within it. Nashville, San Jose, again, Anaheim, a lot of these warm weather, at least areas, seeing teams compete in the playoffs. Again, to me personally, I love what the NHL is putting on, at least as a product right now.
That's
great.
All right, real quick before we go to the break, we got off track here, but going back to the NBA, the legendary Bill Russell was part of the
It's
awards
nothing
last
long,
night.
but
but go ahead and tell your story.
My story again.
Well,
It's nothing. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. It's all over the place, and I even posted. At least Bill Russell went on to Twitter and did his thing, which I did repost and put my own thoughts with it. But there was a segment where Charles Barkley was on stage with another Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I do believe they were giving the Oscar Robertson Award, at least for Lifetime Achievement Award to him, and Charles, or at least Chuck, he mentioned Bill Russell, or at least said, hey, thank you to Bill Russell and everything. And the camera live on TV, it was live on TNT there, the NBA Awards, panned over to Bill Russell, and his response to good old Chuck Barkley, the middle finger with a nice little big old smile on him. And Bill Russell came on to Twitter, at least I do believe, if not late last night or early this morning, he came on, or at least went on his Twitter account and just kind of publicly apologized. He goes, hey, I forgotten it was live TV, but in the thick of it, and my reaction to Charles Barkley is genuine, and that's basically my relationship with him is the big old middle finger towards him, and I thought that was pretty funny. I give respect to Bill Russell. Again, at least coming out and saying, "Hey, apology if this offends you," which who the hell middle finger is going to offend who is just insane.
It's the good thing that Bill Russell, not Bill Russell, but
again, it just humanizes. Where again, you don't have the fake grin or anything. It was hey, that's my real emotion. That's how I feel about you, Charles Barkley.
It's a good thing that Draymond Green was not the target of that last night.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, again, Charles Barkley, who complains and says he wants to fight Draymond Green, and here comes out, he's trying to be the nice guy, and then you see the kind of, at least, response towards him of, yeah, that's how much I think of you, Charles Barkley. Again, I love it. It's kind of like a karma reaction towards him.
Karma, I like it.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a timeout. And when we come back, we get more sports headed your way, so we'll chat about some other stuff after these words.
John Mason here for Lincoln Way Liquor. I want to thank Cheyenne for helping us grow during our first year of business. We have over 5,000 new customers in our database in just 13 months. Our customers love our low prices, free ice, 2% credit for future purchases, and some really friendly service. And we always have 16 weekly specials on beer, wine, and liquor. We ask you to compare Lincoln Way Liquor, 2825 East Lincoln Way. We're not the largest, but we might just be the best.
The time is now, and the place to go is Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service for their annual model clearance sale of Jayco RVs and fifth wheels. This is your year to travel the countryside, and what better way with your Jayco RV from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service. And to put you on the road today, save 30% on their annual model clearance. Their savings are always the best on whatever model you select. Come see and take home your favorite today when you buy from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service at 6102 East Highway 30 in Cheyenne, or go online to jollyrogersrvs.com. Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of our high school athletes at East, Central, and South. May the school year bring success to all of you. Before you start your day, stop by Chick-fil-A for a hearty, delicious, and satisfying breakfast, only at Windmill and Del Range. Breakfast is served Monday through Saturday from 6 in the morning till 10:30 a.m. Breakfast with Chick-fil-A, the most important meal of the day at Windmill and Del Range.
Is your free checking account no longer free? Lose those checking account fees and lose the hassle by switching to Platte Valley Bank's Value Checking and experience truly free checking. With Platte Valley Bank's Value Checking, there is no minimum balance required, unlimited check writing, no per check charge, no monthly service charge, free net banking, free e-statements, free bill pay, free mobile banking, and Platte Valley Bank customers can use their debit cards at any ATM anywhere absolutely free. So stop by Platte Valley Bank today and lose those fees with Value Checking.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be sunny with highs around 90 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 55 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Wednesday, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 91, and on Wednesday night, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 56.
Tired of lazy and predictable sports talk radio? We know you are. This is Cheyenne's new sports radio home. It's Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's right here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We are back on Wyoming Sports Talk Today. Pro Man me, Junior Pro Man across the way, and we thank you so much for joining us. All right, so we have coming up for you this evening. We don't have coming up for you, but it will be on what, AT&T Sportsnet, Rocks and the Giants.
I'd rather watch it on NBC Sports Bay Area.
Well, whatever you do, I don't really care, Nick, what I'm talking about. Let's talk baseball. Let's talk about this series. Let's talk about, is it a big series I think for the Rockies. I think for their...
I think it's bigger for the Giants to just kind of put that pressure on the Rockies, or at least kind of, as I've been saying, expand that distance between the top three and then the rest of the NL West, including the Rockies. Right now for the Giants, especially at home, you need to get a little bit better at home. Again, right now it is your... Again, I don't really see the Rockies as the major rival to the Giants, but
I still believe they are that is still their biggest rival. The Rockies.
Again, it's Giants, Dodgers, and I would say Rockies and Arizona are at least kind of your respectable. And the Padres
I'm saying the Rockies who came in without that rival, but the West.
Yeah, there you go. You go with your other 90s team of, again, the Arizona Diamondbacks, but again, hence the reason why you got a beat LA sign right here again.
I understand, but the Rockies have made the Giants the rivals.
Anyway, but I'm just saying it's bigger for the Giants, and again, to expand where, again, as I've been saying, and I think it needs to start tonight, is the Giants need to start separating themselves from the rest of at least the bottom tier of that NL West, start putting that pressure on the Rockies and going, hey, get away from us. You're not that great, and let us fight with the with Arizona and LA. Again, I wouldn't say pressure's on the Giants, but I think it's more for them. I think the Giants need this more than the Rockies do.
Giants have to do at least in this series take 2 out of 3. I think
they can.
I think this road trip for the Rockies, and this is just my opinion, I think if the Rockies go 2-4, and again, we're going to be at the halfway point of the Major League Baseball season. Mm-hmm. By the way, after this road trip for the Rocks, who go to San Francisco for 3 tonight, then they head down to Los Angeles for 3 there. This will pretty much be the telling tale, and I think we'll start seeing that separation.
That's what I would say.
And again, with the Giants, if the Giants take 2 out of 3, yes, they'll only technically gain a game on the Rockies, but I think
at this point in time, I think the Giants will take that. I don't care.
And Giants are one of the better home records in Major League Baseball. I mean, they're 24-13. Out of the West, they got the best home record right now. So hopefully the Giants can do what they need to do at home. However, the Rockies, not too bad on the road as well. They're 23-18.
So something's going to give, but right now I think where the Rockies are at this point, again, it's a team that has no identity. It doesn't know what the hell it's doing out there on the field.
Their pitching is going to do well in San Francisco. It does.
I mean, it is it's a pitcher's ballpark. It's
right.
Pitcher friendly, absolutely. But again, the Giants, at least there at AT&T, have shown that they can put runs on the score. At least on the scoreboard, they can put up big numbers there at AT&T. But again, the 5 ERA that we got Bettis tossing out, I mean, that could certainly hurt them. Again, is it an advantage being at AT&T, or is it something where that 5 is going to catch up to him tonight? Who knows?
Who
really knows?
You got Gray throwing. You if Freeland throwing. Freeland seems to throw better at AT&T. You know who actually throws well for the Rockies at AT&T is Russin. So if the arms are needed, which obviously Bud Black needs a lot of arms, especially with his rotation.
Yeah,
he will lean heavily on Russell. But the interesting thing, you're talking about the Giants score runs. For a team that's a game over 500, their differential is minus 24 right now.
Well, and that goes from the beginning of this season where, again, what was your complaint about this team was they were not scoring runs. Again, that beginning part where they were trying to mesh and try to figure out everything, it was a situation where, yeah, they were getting blanked. They were putting on one run. Again, go back to with, you could even toss Cueto out, but again, Smarja, where, again, putting up 1, 2, at least earned runs, but here comes the Giants where they're getting maybe one, if, again, no real run support at the beginning part, but now as they're kind of meshing, again, it's later in the season, pieces are getting healthy. Giants are that team right now, especially on the offensive side. They are figuring out, again, with Pablo being back, again, putting him as kind of in that starting role, Belt being healthy, and again, what he's putting on this season. Posey starting to figure out things.
Having Buster year. Crawford having a good year. Panic is back.
McCutchen trying to get back into the kind of solid numbers.
I think the only
Pence is starting to come back after his injury.
Is the kid Jackson they picked up from Cleveland. I think that was probably.
Well, hopefully he's dealt away with before trade deadline.
But here's an interesting sidebar with the Rockies. As I mentioned, the Giants are at a minus 24. How about the Rockies with that big old lineup they got? They're a minus 47. They're only 2 games under 500 right now.
Well, so and that's where you kind of put on the blame on, especially on whether it is starting pitching or the relief. Again, you're tossing out, hey, you have a starter right now, 5 earned ERA, and again, this isn't beginning of the season. No, we're, as you mentioned, almost halfway through. You got a 5 ERA in your starter? Are you kidding me? That's unacceptable.
Well, and here's the deal too. This is the thing that the Rockies are going to run into. Maybe not so much in San Francisco because the bats there are okay. They're consistent, but
your only issue is just a win off the Cove there again coming to the way.
The thing I think where the Rockies are going to have problems with that middle relief corps is in Los Angeles, where they've got better bats. I got to say they're a little stronger with the bats.
Yeah.
They're more consistent. How's that? I mean, they got a 62-plus run differential right now, so they are scoring runs. As a matter of fact, they've outscored the Giants by 35. But my point being, though, I think with that middle relief corps, down in Los Angeles after this particular 3-game set, I think this is where the Rockies are going to struggle. They're going to find out that these guys are hurting them more and more every time they're on the field. And again,
with the Rockies and Giants, and we'll start with that one again with series, whether it's on the road at home with these two teams. It's really a flip of the coin of who's going to win, who comes from behind, who is going to figure out things, who's going to put up. You have no idea. Again, you could put out Madison Bumgarner, but he'll eventually give up 6 earned runs to the Rockies. You don't know what the hell to expect between these two. But I at this point in time, where the Rockies are, it's a team that is still trying to figure out its identity of what it really wants to be. And I think right now the Giants, as a team that is trending upward, again, trying to get away and separate themselves from that bottom of the basement that is the NL West between San Diego and Colorado. Right now, I think the Giants, you give them a slight advantage of, it's a team that knows what they're doing. It's a team that's, I wouldn't say hot, but it is a team that is meshing well. It's figuring out things. Again, compared to the last 10 games of the two teams, Giants have done a little bit better than the Rockies. I give the slight edge to the Giants, especially at home. Their home record is not too bad, and I think they find a way. And again, the Rockies, right now the Rockies, as we've been talking for quite some time, I think the Rockies, including the offensive players, I think they're in their minds mentally of, what am I doing right now? I'm putting up these great numbers. I'm doing everything for this team, like a Nolan Arenado. Maybe he's in his mind mentally going, I'm putting on this Gold Glove performance. I'm an all-star. At least I'm a top all-star vote getter right now. I'm doing everything for this team, but this team finds a way to blow it for me right now. it feels like that from a core. And again, without them coming out and publicly saying, but again, we're human.
Right.
We know how we kind of think in that situation. I think that's where this team is at, is they're fighting themselves at this point.
I think right now
they got to fight themselves and another team.
I think the clubhouse is a powder keg right now. It's, and again, the powder keg is going to explode when Nolan goes off. And when Nolan goes off, I guarantee you the clubhouse will listen. Because I saw him that one time when he had that blow up in San Diego. And, I mean, he got right into the guy that catches for Hundley. He got into Hundley's face. And these guys were like, whoa, And Arenado is you could see that, and I saw that Sunday when he was on the hill when Black came out to get McGee. You could see that this is ready to explode. And if they have something like that happen at all this week, I guarantee you there's going to be a closed clubhouse meeting, and it will be Captain Nolan Arenado conducting the meeting, and he's going to have a stern talking to with his bullpen, because these guys are going out there. And again, we're talking about these guys on a daily basis, that starting 8 out there.
Yeah.
And again, when you have, and I'm going to give the young guns their due. Marquez is probably the weakest of the guns, but let's be real. They're getting them to the specialists, and the specialists are brought out to do a job. We obviously know Shaw stinks.
They're not doing a damn good job.
That's right. We know Shaw stinks. We know Dunn stinks. We know Oberg is We know Russin's having a down year, but you can depend on him.
Can you?
I think you can depend on Russin. I would put him up there before any of the relievers. I'm sorry. Ottavino ranks number 1, but I'm talking about those middle relief guys. So... And then,
I don't anticipate this series or against L.A. that the powder keg is going to explode in the Rockies clubhouse. I don't expect.
If they lose all 3 in San Francisco, I bet it does. And if the bullpen collapses again on the Rocks,
for the Rockies, you got to realize that right now at this point in time, the Giants are a better team than you are, and it shows on at least on the record books. But again, is it something if they get swept with the Giants that it's where things are going to come out ahead and everything explodes in that clubhouse? I don't see it. Maybe in L.A. if that gets even more dire on there, where again they're on the road, and at least where you kind of compare what their road record is, you anticipate them to get a few wins here against San Fran or L.A. I don't really see it at this point in time, but maybe if they are swept against San Francisco, which could be a possibility, they could be swept by L.A. Highly improbable, but it could be a possibility. I think if they come away with 1 or 2 wins heading back after these 2 series, I think that's probably where you're going to see it, where frustration and everything kind of does explode and implode there in that at least clubhouse.
Yeah, again, it remains to be seen, and we'll, like I said, for me, obviously Giants first and Rocky second, and I'm going to be sporting the Giants gear tonight. I'm going to be on top for San Francisco.
You're wearing Orioles stuff right now,
and a Golden State Warriors hat. So I'm kind of.
Well, you're only wearing the Warriors hat because it got delivered today. Well, you're welcome, by the way.
And I got all my bling on as well too. All right, real quick here, I want to talk about Madison Bumgarner because Mad Bum is a unique character because he's a very good pitcher. He'll go down as when he retires. He'll go down as one of the better pitchers that Major League Baseball had. He's not going to. I don't think he's not the. He's going to have to. He's going to have to start putting some 20-win seasons together. Okay, and he's still young. I mean, let's be real. Mad Bum's he's in his prime actually now. We're at about 28, 29.
I don't think he's that old.
Yeah. Well, anyway, when it comes,
or maybe he is. I think he's a little older.
But the point is with him, he's a good athlete. He's solid.
He's a great pitcher.
And he's a good hitter. I mean, he could probably DH in the American League if he went to the American League. He could be like Ohtani.
No, I don't think
you don't think he could?
I don't think a team would take that risk essentially, but
this is a guy that goes.
I mean, he can rake it, but
he gets his swings in. He doesn't sit there and watch.
No doubt about it. But I'm just saying, I don't think an AL team would pick him up and go, "Hey, you're pitching and you're going to be hitting too."
I'm just throwing it. He's very capable.
I don't think he would be smart, but yeah, I don't. Again, opposing pitchers are definitely very cautious when you come up to Madison Bumgarner. Again, you're not just going, "Hey, here's my fastball down the middle. Good luck hitting it." No, it's. Well, we gotta put up a real strategy against this guy because again, he can hit it out of the park.
Well, let me just throw this out there about Mad Bum, because he's a very direct guy when you stick a microphone in his face, And
he's a country boy,
Yeah, he's not afraid to issue his opinion. Matter of fact, him and Yasiel Puig, they're very good buddies. When it comes to chatter,
Puig is just an idiot.
When it comes to chatter about a universal DH, Giants pitcher Madison Bumgarner is waving the white flag. He goes, "I understand they don't care what I say," as he was talking to the San Francisco Chronicle. "I'll play whatever rules we have, but I think it's getting out of hand. Honestly, I don't care anymore. We've changed so many rules, I can't keep up with it. I play the game that they have for us. Who knows what's that's going to be when I'm finished. As much as I've seen changes in the little time I've been here, Bumgarner enjoys pitchers having the ability to contribute to the offensive side of the game in the NL. The three-time World Series champion sports a 181 career batting average. Not bad. And he has 17 home runs.
Yeah.
And he thinks having the pitcher hit adds 100% more strategy than American League games.
It absolutely does. Again, even come to playoff games where, all right, pitcher spots up, do we pinch hit or do we leave you in? Again, that becomes a real chess match and a real strategy of the game. Yeah, if it becomes a universal DH, sorry, baseball, that's where you start losing me at this point in time where, again, as a fan, no. Keep it as is. Again, DH, respectable, keep it over in the AL. NL, do not change that. Again, I like how the NL, again, especially in playoffs, that is the best time where, again, it is strategy of, all right, we got the pitcher spot coming up. He's top of the order. Oh, do we keep him in or do we replace him and take that gamble?
And
again, it's a great part of the strategy.
I'll come back to that here in just a second. As Bumgarner adds, don't get me wrong, my job is pitching. That's what I'm going to focus on doing, but the whole reason I work on hitting is because that's how we play in the National League. You can help a team win a game.
Yeah, and again, it's not just for Bumgarner. It's also, too, again, there are a lot of pitchers in the NL that can be that hitting threat as well if you put them up there. Again, part of that strategy of, I'll even toss out Kershaw. He's been known to rake a few times. Again, there are some big names. Scherzer has been known. He's very few and far between compared to Bumgarner, but again, he can contribute big hits at points in time. Again, it's all part of the strategy on the National League. Hey, with you 100% Bumgarner, again, if they change that to a universal DH, MLB and Manfred, what the hell are you thinking? Well, why would you do that?
I think it's, again, a dumb thing to do. But here's what I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to send you back, again, being the old-timer I am, I'm going to send you back to 1972, the Swinging A's.
Under Charlie 72. Anything else you want to toss out?
No, the world
5-cent hamburgers.
No, the world champion Oakland A's. This is before the DH. And if you go look at the stats, which I have here in my hands right now, you look at the stats in that World Series against the Reds, against the Baltimore Orioles, and during the regular season. They picked up Kenny Holtzman in a trade with the Chicago Cubs. Holtzman, obviously, in the National League. But, again, you were still batting both pitchers in the AL as well as the NL. Yeah. Kenny Holtzman, a very, very good hitter. Catfish Hunter, a good hitter. Chuck Dobson, who was pitching on the staff for the A's. Vitablue, Johnny Blue Moon, But, those guys are always up in bunting situations.
Yeah.
So the thing is, pitchers took a lot of pride back then in the American League, especially prior to the DH, and like they do now in the National League. And I'm surprised a lot of here's the problem with the Rockies pitchers, for example, and I see like a Kyle Freeland and Anderson. They come up there hacking. These guys want to hit. But you got to remember in the minors and even in college, pitchers don't hit.
Yeah.
DH,
yeah.
So if you want to hit, you got to go out into the batting cages, set the jugs.
Which is so bizarre. And again, obviously that goes up to American Legion, Connie Mack, and also to college. Why we have it set like that? Maybe it's just to kind of get you set in stone of focus on just one thing right now. Don't overload you at this point in time. Maybe that's why it is like that. But again, for a pitcher, absolutely. You don't think in the NL they take that pride. There are some pitchers, absolutely, that just kind of go up there and just kind of go, who cares? I'm just going to whiff and just sit down. I am that one out. But
that would be Bartolo Colon.
Are you kidding me? Big Sexy, he's hitting it out. Again, did you not see those years with the Mets?
Yeah. You go up and watch Bartolo now in Texas. Well, before he went to Texas.
He still hacks up there. Again, Bartolo Colon, again, why was he the big story of the New York Mets?
He hit one home run.
But he was getting triples. He
got one home run. And after that, he sat there and said, "No, I don't."
Yeah, that one home run. He basically middle finger to you, going, "Oh yeah, you don't think I don't care?"
I loved it. I love when guys. Like I said, I love when pitchers hit. I am a National League guy. I do not like the DH. The DH, only thing the DH is.
I think MLB is fine right where it is.
The DH extends careers. That's all it does.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You're 37, 38 years old, and you're DH. Great.
Yeah.
You get to play. You don't have to. Go
again, it's perfect for a Carlos Gonzalez or again those aging superstars. Or Albert Pujols. Hey, you don't have to worry about being in the infield. Just be our DH at this point in time. Absolutely. I think where MLB is at right now with American League having the DH and NL just kind of going traditional rules of letting at least pitchers hit. I think it's a good mesh. It does give those aging players that option of, hey, sorry, we're going to send you over here. You're going to fill that role and just be like that because you can't do anything else, or at least you're a little too slow in the outfield compared to the rest of our roster, but you can still contribute hitting. There you are. NL, hey, here it is. Our pitchers are going to be part of that strategy once we get into the thick of it and all that. Again, MLB as a whole, of where we stand right now with DH and non-DH, I think it's fine. It's just that kind of half and half split.
Well, again, and I'm glad that a guy like Madison Bumgarner speaks up about it because, again, the guy is not so much opinionated, but you ask him a question, he's going to tell you what he thinks. And, again, he is a pitcher.
What, is that rare in the MLB no one's going to say?
You know what I'm saying? He speaks his mind. But I'm saying.
Again, is that rare in the MLB?
He speaks how he plays. I am a pitcher first. I'm a batter second.
Yeah.
And he'll do whatever it takes.
What do you think he was drafted as? He's not drafted as a hitter. He was drafted as a pitcher.
But again, he comes up there and he doesn't sit there.
There you go. It's an added bonus for him, though.
Absolutely. All right. And again, I'm just going to throw this out here just for argument's sake. I'm looking back here in 72. Here's Catfish Hunter. He hit .219 as a pitcher. Kenny Holtzman hit a .178. So right around Mad Bum's numbers. Did these guys hit home runs? Blue Moon Odom hit a couple of home runs. Raleigh Fingers actually hit a home run in relief for the A's. I mean, this is back then when you took battings. Again, the American League was a batting operation. But you go watch American League teams play Nationals now, you can almost bank on that number 9 spot being a strikeout when the American League takes on the Nationals. Correct me if I'm wrong. In World Series.
I would probably... Maybe there's probably instances where not
very rarely do ththose pitchers.
Yeah, it is very well. Again, obviously, what are you focused on throughout an entire season? Is it something where your team goes, "Hey, no, you got to hit the hit"? You're out at the batting cages or here warm-ups. Take a few hacks. Like for instance, Bumgarner's going to take probably when he's out on the field. Again, he's going to take those.
He's going to hit with the regular crew. Yeah.
Again, obviously, there is a little bit of advantage for the NL. Where again, AL, you're not. That's not what you're there to do. You're there to solely pitch.
You try to hit as often as you can, but you have to do it on your off days.
Again, it goes all part of the strategy of the game, though. Again, when those two leagues meet in the World Series or in interleague play, again, it all plays in a part of. All right, what do you got to do? What is your answer for this? Do you let them continue to pitch but hit and go for that strike, or do you sit them, pinch hit, and deal with whoever you got next up in the bullpen? It's all part of that strategy, and I think it's the best part of the baseball.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I still will watch it. I appreciate more of a National League game than I do an American League game. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We got more, and we're running short on time after these words right here on 1480 K-Ray.
This is R.J. Fox. 1480 K-Ray is your home for live play-by-play coverage of high school basketball and football. Join me as you'll hear all the play-by-play of Cheyenne East, Cheyenne Central, and Cheyenne South football and basketball. You'll hear the conference action along with the postseason as well. During the basketball season, 1480 K-Ray will be featuring both boys and girls games. So catch all the calls on AM 1480 K-Ray. Also streaming the games online at 1480kray.com.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
We are the key to your cleaning success. The Key People that provides affordable office and professional cleaning services for over 40 years with exceptional customer care. All of our contractors have background checks and are licensed and bonded. We guarantee you a safe and secure service that is tailored to your individual and business needs. The Key People do not impose year-long contracts, and all quotes are free, confidential, and personalized. Call the Key People at 1-800-468-8283. That's 1-800-468-8283.
You can actually get something good for your health at a drive-through window. When you order your next prescription from Medicap Pharmacy, call ahead and use our drive-through window. Or you can call for free delivery. You can even log on to Medicap.com and order a prescription refill. Your Medicap pharmacist will call you to make arrangements for pickup or delivery.
Medicap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
Wow, it's hot enough out there to fry chicken. So now's the time to find ways to beat the heat, and Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, is the best place to go to get cool. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, which provides complete air conditioning, installation, inspection, and repair services, is offering its air conditioning inspections for just $98. So beat the heat right now by calling Marv's Plumbing and Heating today at 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Boys, I know you take great pride in being prairie dogs, but our mascot needs more sizzle. And what has more sizzle than Taco John's new sirloin steak burritos? So meet your new mascot, a sirloin steak burrito.
Taco John's new sirloin steak burritos are loaded with steak and bold flavors like cheesesteak, steak and potato, and steak and shrimp.
God, Wachowski, stop eating the mascot.
Olay the Day at Taco John's.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be sunny with highs around 90 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 55 and winds out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Wednesday, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 91. And on Wednesday night, it'll be partly cloudy with lows around 56.
When it comes to sports talk in Cheyenne, it's a whole new ballgame.
Let's play ball!
You're listening to Wyoming Sports Talk today, and it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
I'd like to get a little chuckle out of this, Nick, just real quick here before we go into something that was very special today. The A's under Charlie Finley in 1972. This is how cheap he was. The highest paid player at that time was Matty Alou, who got traded that year. He was making $100,000. They had Orlando Cepeda. He was making $90,000. Those were the top two salaries. The A's as a team in 1972, their total payroll, $997,000.
Well, hence the reason why you have the big controversy of where, again, he was trying to unload players that wanted big money, and again said, the commissioner at the time said, nope, you got to hang on to him and pay him some big money. I think the big name, was it Reggie or was it like the big, Reggie? Was it Reggie and also do Vita Blue? I think
it was Reggie, Joe Rudy. And for example, Reggie made in 1972.
I'm just saying, wasn't Vita Blue a part of that whole, where he was kind of like the big, outspoken of, hey, you got to retain.
Well, I think it was Joe Rudy, Reggie, and Raleigh Fingers that were all unloaded because they were all free agents. But you just sit here and look at Reggie Jackson made $55,000 back in 1972, and then of course
that's still big money again.
Yeah, but
for inflation.
Fast forward to about a half dozen years later when he went and played with the Yankees.
Yeah,
I mean, that 55,000 multiplied like by 20 when he was playing for George Steinbrenner.
Yeah. Well, again, obviously the Yankees have unbelievable capital, so
that was some serious ducking
compared to
then.
what is Oakland, California.
Yeah, well, and then Charlie Finley was not going to spend any money back in the day. Hey, a very successful event happened today. Now, two successful events because they're going to win tonight. They're going to beat the Greeley Gojos. That being the Sixers out at
I wouldn't go. Again, as a superstition individual, I think you shouldn't say something like that.
We've
seen what you with your predictions of how they've gone on air.
I'm not putting a prediction on. I'm putting the pressure on them to win against the Greeley Gojos.
Why would you do that?
Because I want them to win. I don't want the Sixers to lose.
Then don't guarantee the win.
I didn't guarantee. I'm just saying they go out there tonight and watch the Sixers win. That's all.
You said they were going to beat them.
Well, okay. We're going to beat them.
Don't say that.
Anyway, but today you were telling me that they had one hell of a turnout out there. And thank you to the community coming out and going out to the Post-6 event today.
Yeah, as a outreach to Rick Thompson with the Cheyenne Mustangs when they held their youth clinic about a week ago, staying with Ty Lane after we had him on yesterday. Again, reached out to him today to see how the event went, and he said about 200 or so kids came out for it. Again, for the 3-hour event there at Powersfield from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to noon today. So, again, a very good turnout. So, and as they mentioned, again, if you keep that shirt on there, at least for the kids, guess what? You're coming in for free, at least to tonight's game to go see the Post-6 Sixers and Greeley Gojos. Again, that game will get underway at 6 o'clock at Powersfield.
All right, well, we got to wrap things up here. We want to remind everybody, coming up this evening, as per normal, each Monday through Thursday night from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. It's the Golden Age of Radio Theater. We will have Red Skelton times 2, 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and then we'll have Suspense Theater times 2, 9p to 10p, right here on 1480 K-Ray.
And again, if you want, what?
Up until that time.
I want to say, again, before you go into any of that, also, too, let our listeners know, if you are interested in knowing what program is playing, or at least what the title of that episode is going to be for Red Skelton or whoever, or at least whatever Golden Age product that we will be playing, again, go over to 1480krae.com. Again, under that programming guide will be the Golden Age Radio. You click on that and the page there. Day by day, program by program, it will show you what is playing currently so you know exactly what to tune in for this week and every other week for the Golden Age of Radio.
The best of the 50s and 60s musically headed your way in a couple of moments. And again, the music we grew up with together here on 1480 K-Ray. Before we exit the building, yes, Pro Man will leave the building. We are going to tell you, well, we'll let Nick tell you what happened on this date in history. I'll see if I can
say you don't tell anything. You haven't researched any of this stuff. Anyways, though, June 26th, we'll go back to the year 1991. This player was drafted number 1 overall.
In 1991, what sport? Basketball, I'm assuming?
I'm not giving you any other hints. June 26, 1991, this player was drafted number 1 overall.
I'm going to go with...
he comes from Sin City.
Oh, I'm lost now. I was going to go with the guy that played with the Royals and the Bo Jackson.
No.
Who am I looking for?
He's a UNLV running rebel out of the Sin City. UNLV running rebel, 1991, basketball.
Johnson.
What team did he get drafted to?
Was it Charlotte?
There you go. The Charlotte Hornets make Larry Johnson of UNLV NBA's number 1 draft pick back on this day back in 1991.
I thought it would be a Bo deal, just thinking, all that he did. But Larry Johnson. Well, again, just give me a little hint, I'm on it.
A famous UNLV running rebel. And let's see, I think they hung up his rafters last or 2 years ago.
He hung up his jersey in the
whatever. Yeah, in the rafters, I think 2 years ago. I think so.
In Charlotte?
No, in UNLV, they did something to bring him out. I can't remember what, but it was like, oh, hey, it's Larry Johnson. Because I think they did it alongside with the Duke game that they had at T-Mobile. I think. I can't remember.
Did they have Shark's name retired up there, too?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention, at least in the
Tark
rafters.
the Shark? They don't have
They
it?
probably did. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention there, at least in the rafters there.
So
Thomas and Mack.
You know something about Jerry Tarkanian, right?
A little bit, yeah.
You better go read up on Jerry Tarkanian, too. Okay?
Anyways.
You got a lot of reading you need to get caught up on.
Oh,
All right. We are going to wrap up our program today. We're back at it tomorrow from 3 until 5 right here on 1480 K-Ray. Enjoy your evening. Ooh, it's a warm one out there. And if you are out working
it's
tomorrow,
not that warm.
Tomorrow, if you're out there working, remember, always stay hydrated if you're outside. It's going to be in the 90s again, and we're loving it here. We're back to the music here on 1480 K-Ray.